Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Two teams who have thickened their rivalry over the past two seasons getting set to do battle tonight. A big two-game stint starts this evening inside the Arrington Ice Arena. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the AIA. My name is Alex Herman, joined alongside by Tyler Ackerman, as always. Of course, our first game of 2026 with the men's Division I team. Happy to see everybody back on campus. Things are in the full swing, and hopefully all of you sitting at home had a nice, happy holiday spent with friends and families wherever you decided to spend your time. But big one tonight here from the AIA, Bulldogs and Calvin. This rivalry over the past couple of years has gotten really, really intense. A couple of really key games from last year and the season before. We'll get to that in a couple of minutes as we shift our attention to last weekend. Bulldogs improving to a 19-4-2 record right now. They dropped down in the national poll. Now they sit at the number 8 spot. Still hold the number 1 spot in the GL6 conference, which is always good. You want to be as high up in the standings as possible, but I think what surprised a lot of people was what happened last week when they played their other GL6 rival in Hope College, who first year in the ACHA Division I, coming off a men's Division III national championship. But that was a split series. They won Game 1 here at home 5-3. Game 2 on the road was a 2-6 loss. And for me, what was interesting, Game 1, it just didn't seem like they came out with the right intensity. Down 1-0 heading into the second period. 2 goals within the first 4 minutes of that second frame. It was 3-0. And then somehow the Bulldogs were able to find a way. Kale Strasky got a power play goal and then 4 straight in the third period. They wound up out-shooting Hope College 40-26, but it didn't really look like a normal Bulldog performance.
You know, I think that they didn't really deserve to win that game. They kind of got lucky to have that amazing comeback. I mean, they switched it for about 5 minutes in that third period, but besides that, it was pretty much all Hope in that contest.
And it was interesting, too, because Hope did a great job at playing a very defensive game. They shut down the Bulldogs, and yes, the scoring opportunities on the shot clock heavily outweighed. They outshot them by double, but it really wasn't until the back half of that second period where they started to turn it on, and then even into the third period where they found all the goals that would wind up helping win the game.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the way that Hope played was they were just hoping for mistakes. They were letting Bulldogs come at them and then just wait. All they did was just wait and just let the Bulldogs beat themselves, really.
From there, even though they picked up a win in game number 1, game number 2, absolute disaster for them. It was a 2-6 loss on the road. I mean, not pretty at all. And got to talk to some of the guys, and seemed like there was some scheduling issues and timing for them that led them to not be as comfortable as they necessarily might have wanted to be, but that's no excuse to come out flat-footed. Blake Weidman would get the opening goal of the game, and it was all hope from there.
Yeah, I don't remember this last team for these Bulldogs that let up 9 goals in a weekend. Like, that is unheard of from this Bulldog squad, and that's exactly what happened last weekend. But like you mentioned, Blake Weidman, I think he's still playing good even into the second semester. He had an awesome first semester, and he's continuing it here into the second semester.
And not for nothing, too, we talk about it all the time, the strength of the ACHA men's Division I play. All of these teams are starting to get really good. A great example is this Calvin team, and I think the proof is in the pudding last week with Hope. I mean, you make the jump from M3 to M1. You've got some players who a lot of these Bulldogs have seen throughout their junior hockey careers and in other destinations, you know, friends that they've seen over the course of time. But, I mean, the competition is there, and everybody is trying to take down Adrian College.
Yeah, and I think this Calvin squad is absolutely fantastic, too. They haven't had the best track record, I would say, against Adrian, but they're hoping to switch that, especially this year in the GL6, too.
And you're talking about track record. The last 2 times that these teams faced off against one another, very, very important games and pivotal parts of each of these clubs' seasons. The first time, GL6 final. That was for the championship, for the conference. Bulldogs would wind up getting the win 4-3 in overtime from the stick of Justin Jammer. That was great for them. The second time, a couple of weeks later, down in St. Louis, first round of nationals, the Bulldogs would rout out the Knights by a score of 6-2. I mean, the question really is, how do you keep that momentum from last year, but also rebound from last week's performance?
Yeah, it's super tough. I think they had 4 or 5 meetings this week just going over what this past weekend was and how they're going to adapt to it. I expect them to come out strong in this first period, in the first 5 minutes. They better be attacking everything. Puck, they need it. The whole entire time, offensive zone pressure and clean passes, too. I expect that out of the Bulldogs tonight.
A fiery start is definitely going to be important. I mean, we've seen the Bulldogs score a couple of times within the opening 2 minutes. I'm sure some kind of effort we'll see in that opening number of minutes. But we'll shift our attention over to Calvin. Right now, 11-4-2 overall with their record. Number 10 in the national poll, right behind the Bulldogs on their coattails, trying to leap over them in the rankings. Number 3 in the GL6, but that race also extremely tight as well. It's Hope who's above them, I think just by 1 game in points, but they're coming off a sweep of Purdue Northwest, a team that the Bulldogs saw right before the Christmas break and also were able to sweep. But Calvin, a 6-4 win in game number 1, a 3-2 win in game number 2. I'm sure they have a lot of energy, especially after last season, and a sweep over another good opponent last week.
Yeah, and they're expecting to win at least one of these games. They seem that they're about the same. That's what they're thinking right now as Adrian, and if they sweep, they could possibly take over them in the national poll.
You have to imagine, too, that this team is going to be playing with a lot of spirit. Blood in their mouth from last year. They're trying to make some wrongs right. Coming off the loss of their head coach, Mike Petruzma, there's going to be a lot of emotions in the air.
Yeah, as I walked past them and them warming up before the pregame warm-ups, it was straight serious. There was not a lot of just joy around. They were serious, ready to go tonight for sure.
This team is going to come out of the gate absolutely flying, and this could shake down to be an absolute barn burner here at the Arrington Ice Arena. We're going to step aside for a quick break as we get the national anthem over the PA. Bulldogs and the Knights here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman. Don't go anywhere. First period puck drop coming up. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
The Knights of Calvin University and the Adrian College Bulldogs getting set to do battle here tonight inside the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Happy to have you all rejoin us here on ACTV. Top 10 ranked matchup in the national polls. Number 10 Calvin and number 8 your Adrian College Bulldogs. Boy, am I excited for this one. One of the games after last season that we definitely had circled on our calendar for this year, especially after the GL6 playoffs, after the national tournament. There's a lot going into this one and a lot of heavy meaning for what's soon to come later in March.
Yeah, you can just feel the tension almost in this ice rink right now on both sides. They're both ready to go as they're getting close to that puck drop.
Well, we'll get 20 minutes up on the score clock. Everybody gathered at center. It's going to be Cash Regan and Josh Hooper, who will go nose to nose at center ice. Puck is dropped. We are underway here at the AIA. Bulldogs will take the opening faceoff, quickly turned over as Hooper will dump this in on Peyton Traska. He's able to shift it towards the side, now rotate it to the top of the point. Nabozny off the post, it stayed out. Pipe works just some 20 seconds in and an early look for the Knights. Boy, that would have been a big momentum shift if that one fell underneath the red line. Marshall Beaker goes upwards for Hooper. Now drops back for the hot stick, and Stephen Hicks. Saw him a lot last season. We know he can shoot the puck. Nathaniel Mott cross for Ethan McLaughlin, up ahead for Sebastian Smith, who tips it in just at the center ice red line. Schaumburger will press to the corner as it's stopped by Beaker. Kicked out of a scrum. And it's Dylan Gajewski who's tied up. Can't work it free up to the left point, and Strasky sends a shot down low. Gajewski still having trouble getting up. Gets an extra shot to the midsection from Eaton, and Gajewski's going to draw a call here. And that's a smart play from Tony Eaton. Was jarring with Dylan Gajewski and got the better of him. Knights to the power play just a minute into this one.
It's another problem that Adrian had last weekend. 12 penalties in total for them over 2 games at 6 per. And right away, Calvin had a great chance the first 20 seconds off the post, and now they got 2 minutes to work on the power play, trying to go up 1 early in this game.
Calvin 20 for 67 on the year. They're operating at 29.8%. Bulldogs 84.3 on the PK percentage. We'll see what happens here. Already had 1 shot ring off the iron behind Peyton Traska. Hicks will tie this up on the dot, up top of the blue line. It's Beaker. We'll get a give-and-go pass. There's the wrist shot, deflected in front. The rebound just settles underneath the red line. Another close chance for the visitors as the Bulldogs are able to clear this down. Stopping it behind the net, it's Aiden Fedema. Starting in net for the Knights. With some speed, it's Beaker, the freshman from Brighton, Michigan. Rims this around right to left and stopped by Ryan Bro. Bro gets to the puck first, is able to dump it out, and it just trickles over the line. It'll kill off some more time. Benedict, a back pass for Beaker. We'll rip this up. Toth got in the way and stole it. There's Justin Jammer, who's able to forward this back deep. Nice to see number 8 in the yellow, black, and white return to the lineup. Had been out for some time with an acute injury. One of the leaders on this team wears a C on his sweater, paired with Sebastian Smith. This is sent around the boards. Stephen Hicks will stop it. 50 seconds left. High rising shot over the top of the crossbar. Nye will lock it up in the corner. Pinching in is Petrila. Back to the top of the point. Working it around. Hicks, a side dish to his left for Justice. Now in front. Deflected wide. Back up top to the circle for Hicks. Will shovel it down low. Toth will go to retrieve it. Justice. A fluttering pass for Hicks. Has to get rid of it quickly, but he's tied up by Nye, and the Bulldogs are able to clear it down. The dump in on net, blocker to side by Fedema. 15 seconds left remaining in the PK. One last rush on the 5-on-4 for Justice. We'll drop it back for Zimmerman. Up ahead for Eaton. No connection there on the pass. This is saucered in. Weidman will press to the net, and Fedema will cover it up with the glove.
See right away from this Calvin squad that they're trying to work that middle of the ice right in the hash marks, top of the circle. Trying to get that look right to that shot in the slot. A couple of chances, but none that got past Traskin so far.
Reimer wins the faceoff back. Bulldogs have successfully killed off the penalty. Dylan Gajewski will head back to the bench. There's Lou Vesperini. Goes horizontal. Marley with a toe drag move, inching towards the net. A backhand gets stopped. Arm is going to go up, and I think a slashing call. He's going to stop play here with 16:38 to go.
It's wonderful work from Marley right there. Making a nice move and drawing the slash call as he tried to dish that one across the ice. And unfortunately, that slash went right on his hands as he went to go past that puck, and that's why it was kind of a weak one. But Bulldogs now trying to respond from their own power play of their own.
Hayden Zimmerman to the box for slashing. Now 2-minute 5-on-4 for the Bulldogs. Power play played a big part of game number 1 of last week's series. Opening goal from Cale Strasky. See what they can draw up here. Strasky will get the puck at the point. Drop it down low to the dot for Mintz. To the red line is the Callaway. Up top for Strasky, the pass was off target, and he'll have to retreat back to his own end. Eaton gives him a shot from behind as Gajewski's pass fanned on, turned over for Sakino. Calvin controlling. They've shaved off 30 seconds of the 5-on-4. Now leading the rush is DeCalloway. Across for Hunter Allen, who will trickle in over the blue line. Goes to one hand, shielding, walking around the zone as he circles, blows a tire, and the Knights are able to clear it. Good pressure there from Sakino as he tipped the pass of Peyton Traska. Smith will walk it around now to the blue line. Through neutral, gets set up right on the boards, and a hard collision from Darmenov. No possession yet for the Bulldogs as there's 47 seconds remaining. This is a cross for Reimer. Sets up shop up top. Pirouette's open, goes down the boards. For Mateo Turin now to the dot. Weidman with pressure from behind. It's Darmenov. Reimer across for Smith. His pass tipped. McLaughlin will glove it down and send it to the corner. Less than 30 seconds. Bounce pass up top. McLaughlin winds up the shot. Gets sticked away. The rebound loose, and it's covered by Fedema. 21 seconds remaining. Just about 5 minutes into this first period.
You can see the aggressiveness out of Calvin's PK unit. They're flying at the puck and just trying to take away a singular lane. And if the Bulldogs are able to pick their head up and find the right guy, there's going to be one open, and that caused a little bit of havoc like you saw in that last play.
There's a shot off the dot from Smith. Never got through traffic. Up top, good keep from Eli Reimer. Reimer down the wall, lost it, and found it right back. Now juggling in the slot. McLaughlin will keep it in, slashes over for Smith. 3 seconds left. There's a shot, the rebound in front. Reimer off the pad. A second attempt, it's whacked at. Off the post, it stayed out. Fedema didn't see it. And just like that, the power play is over, and the Knights come out unscathed.
My, oh my, I don't know how the Bulldogs were not able to score there, as we're going to catch this review. As, I mean, this puck was bouncing all over the place. One save, another save, and then backdoor turn just hits the post. A wide open chance, and it's not able to bang it home. That's the second post of this game so far, one on either side.
Tough for Turin with pressure as a lefty to try and kind of get it on the outside part of his body to push it over to his right. You'd think it's an easier shot than it is with a lot of space and an open net, but a lot more difficult than it might seem when you're doing it in real time.
Especially with pulling that puck in towards him in order to get that right angle. If he's getting pressure on his back, he doesn't have room to move his elbow to be able to pull that puck in. So you're exactly right with that analysis.
Ziskinder will dump this in. Reagan with the pickup up top. Miscue on the pass. Bro will carry it at center ice and dump this around the boards. Fedema stops on the backhand and leaves it behind the net. Turnover for Bro. His snapshot gets blocked in front. Stepping in the lane, that's Kai Clayton. Allen with a couple of moves. The wraparound doesn't go. Slid off his stick at the last second. Gathering is McIntyre as he sends this towards Traska. Stops it and leaves it behind the net for Ryan Bro. Up top for Mins. Diagonal pass. Allen connects with DeCalloway. He's got some space. Hassled in front of the nets. And that's some good back checking from Aiden Adamick. Did it clean and took the puck away from Keegan DeCalloway, which otherwise would have been an easy breakaway towards Aiden Fedema.
The reason why that wasn't called was because DeCalloway was putting his body in front of the Calvin defender, and because of that, he was kind of just pushing him off, and it kind of looked like a hold, but since he was putting his body in front of him, trying to shield the puck, that's why it wasn't called.
Marley and Fonovic in the circle. Nice to see Luke Marley getting into the lineup regularly, one of the freshmen for this Bulldogs squad. 6'2", 175 pounds from Macomb, Michigan. Played his last year of junior hockey with the Drayton Valley Thunder in the AJHL over in Alberta.
He was the reason why the Bulldogs got that power play with that nice move, and dish across was, he got slashed on it.
Has certainly been a quiet impact player. Didn't see him as much in the beginning of the first semester, but slowly started to find some consistency in the lineup, and now one of the players that they're relying on. He's stacked on that third line with Eli Reimer and Justin Jammer. Strasky, his wrist shot through traffic doesn't go to the blocker side of Fedema. Tied up on the boards, back to the blue line. Bro pitches it through. That's off the top of the glove of Fedema. Chopped off the apron, now to the slot, and a takeaway from Petrila. Ping-ponging puck. Settles down for Fonovic. His wrist shot well wide and off the boards. Bro connecting a pass to Reimer, almost had it stolen. Along the boards, it's Jammer. Mott looking, shooting, and that one wide. Fedema might have gotten a piece of it as he went down to the butterfly. Reimer flexed into the boards and a turnover at the top of the dots. Mott will dump this in, full line change for the Bulldogs. McLaughlin and Mott will stay out though. Puck at the center ice lot. Dancing through, there's a good move from Poole. Or rather, there was Schrader, number 98. Wrist shot, glove down by Traska. He'll hold it for the whistle. 11:56 to go here in the first.
I like that the Bulldogs are doing right now in the offensive zone is that they're putting almost 3 to a puck and causing a bunch of turnovers from the Calvin defense, and once they get that puck, they're looking straight up to the defense and trying to work that from side to side, and then a shot with some screens, and it's kind of causing some issues right now for the netminder in black.
Steven Hicks and Alex Schaumburger on our near side right face-off circle, waiting to get the okay. Mott scoops it around the boards. Gajewski dancing in a phone booth underneath the red line. His backhand lifted way out into the neutral zone. Justice will play it down, and gathering it is Zimmerman. Couple of shifty moves. Drops it off for Justice. The breakout for Hooper. Big hit from McLaughlin in open ice. Stepped up and laid the thunder down on Hooper. Good physicality from Adrian as Weidman tries a couple of moves of his own. Gajewski will dump this in on Fedema, plays it down and continues. This is airmailed off for Hooper, who dumps it cross ice to the corner. Off the board, Ziskinder looks to make a play in the shallow zone, and the backhand from Nathaniel Mott up into the netting will stop again with 11:07 to go in the first.
Catch the replay of this huge hit, and you could just, I wish you could see it on camera, you can't slightly, but McLaughlin steps up perfectly here. He's leaving no space at all and lays an amazing hit and gets the bench up a little bit of life here too with 11:07 left in the first.
It's those big hits that can kind of refocus you into the game. Sometimes you get caught up in the matchup and the X's and O's and everything, but little jolt of electricity doesn't hurt. And the Bulldogs tonight certainly going to need it.
Yeah, and you don't know how much that does to a bench too. It gets all the boys standing up and slapping their sticks on the boards too, and possibly the boys want to go out there and do the same thing in the next shift, and the next shift, and the next shift, and it's a momentum builder to say the least.
Good hockey habits win you games, and it's stuff like that. Arma's going to go up here. I didn't see what the call was for, but I think the Bulldogs might be getting a power play here as the call signaled for hooking. As it's going to be Gibson Grendel who's going to sit down for the next 2 minutes.
I think as Ziskinder went to go back to get that puck, he got a stick right in the midsection from behind, so let's see why.
So the second power play of the evening for the Bulldogs, third of the game. 2 penalties for Calvin, 1 for the Bulldogs. Unsuccessful in their first attempt. We'll see how they do now. This is shifted aside towards the far wall and out of the zone. Strasky will have to restart everything back at his own blue line. Up for Gajewski, pinched across for Mins. Will carry over one-on-one with Beaker as he's denied entry. DeCalloway getting pressured hard by Tony Eaton. He's got some quick feet. He's been all over the puck. Anytime the Bulldogs have some open space to set up.
Yeah, especially on the PK too. Think you have a lot more time? Oh, you don't.
Here's Allen driving the net, lost control of the puck before he could take a shot. Takes out Eaton in the process. Mins will get it on the boards. His backhand up top for Strasky. Over for Gajewski, tees it up, and a slap shot off the top of the shoulder and out of play. And be sure to stay connected with all the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment and follow at Adrian College TV today.
I was really hoping that Allen was going to be able to get a shot off there because he had so much speed off of that rush. He was probably hoping to make a move, but unfortunately just lost that puck in the process.
Just about at the halfway point of the period. No scoring just as yet. Bulldogs with 1:15 left to go here on their second power play. McLaughlin with some good moves will circle around. No wrap for him as it's picked up behind the net by Zimmerman and thrown around the boards. McLaughlin will have to step up off the blue line and just overskated it. This will be flipped down to the opposite end. 55 seconds left to go in the power play. Captain Sebastian Smith will leave this puck for Ethan McLaughlin, one of the fifth-year graduate students here for Adrian College. Here's Smith with speed, guiding it on his forehand. Getting some sticks to his elbow. McLaughlin to Turin. Wrist shot deflected in front by Weidman, just settles wide. Reimer steps up off the blue, still controlling. Now to the slot. Smith shoots it wide. The rebound in front stays out, held on to on the post. Fedema might have kicked it with his right side pad, and this is jumped out of play. We'll get a whistle.
It's the same thing that just happened. Turin again is getting handcuffed, and he has a chance to put it in, but if only he was a righty, he'd have 2 goals right now, as this one goes off the wall, and he tries to get a backhand on and just nails the post, and eventually that one gets cleared. But great puck movement from the Bulldogs. You can see how they exposed Calvin's PK unit right there.
New power play unit out for the Bulldogs, as this is up top for Cyrus Toth. His wrister doesn't get through traffic. Jammer taking a scan, sends it up top. And the powerful shot from Ziskinder just goes wide. 3 seconds left on the PK, and it'll expire time. Well, they're saying putting 1 second back on the clock as that puck hit a member of the Calvin bench.
Is it just me, or is this puck kind of bouncing all over the place in a little bit?
It certainly is.
I feel like the Bulldogs are just not able to control the puck, and neither are the Knights right now. Anytime someone tries to make a move, besides Marley making that move earlier in the first, kind of just goes off their stick, and even trying to collect that puck on, or when it gets rimmed around. We've seen it twice now, where they just can't corral it totally.
Head coach Josh Petruzma lobbying with the officials why there should be 1 second put back on the clock. I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. Should just continue the play, because now we're back to 5-on-5 even strength. Reimer gets pressured by Ix, separated from the puck. Here goes Hooper. Dumps this in wide to Peyton Traska. As the return feed doesn't find anybody, and this is going to be blown down for icing.
I think possibly why the Calvin bench wasn't too happy about it was a defenseman that was in the box. So possibly that he had to go play forward for a little bit in the defensive zone, but other than that, I couldn't see a reason why, just like you mentioned.
Take our face-off again to our near side on the left wall. Bulldogs offensive zone. It's one back by Calvin. Strasky jumping in. He's got speed, sending it in front for Gajewski. Hopped over his stick. Bro with a pitchfork on one hand. Tries to jostle it free. And this is lifted out of the zone. Popped up in the air. Schaumburger will stop it in front of the bench. Here's Benedict with a shot blockered away. Redirected towards the corner from Traska. Gajewski able to find Weidman, who's speeding on the wing. Here's a shot from Weidman into the chest of Fedema. Like the shot selection there, just to let it rip instead of trying to take it around the net.
I liked also the pass from Gajewski too. He knew that a pass right on the ice wasn't going to work, and the saucer pass wouldn't have necessarily hit Weidman in stride, so instead he went off the boards, a kick right to Weidman. It was a perfect pass and a perfect play by Weidman to get that shot off.
7:55 to go here in the first period. Bulldogs leading in the shot column 8-4. Both sides really have had solid scoring opportunities. This is bounced off the glass. Vesperini getting loose. Had some music come on before the stoppage from the whistle there. I think it threw everybody off for a second.
Definitely threw us off up here in the booth. I was quite confused on why that music started playing, but a couple slip-ups don't hurt necessarily. Didn't impact play that much.
Listen, I'm a fan of EDM music, but not during active play. Mont will collect this behind the net. Rotating pass out for Allen, who sends a good hit on, but they're going to call this down and say that it was late. Adamick went down in a heap, and Hunter Allen's going to go to the box. I think they're going to say roughing. It's a 50-50 call, if you ask me.
Yeah. There's always that about a second or two buffer between when that pass gets released and when you can hit. And I think the only reason why that was called was it was slightly late and enough to make the call. But seen 4 penalties already.
We also have Aiden Adamick, who was the recipient of that Hunter Allen hit, exiting the ice surface, going to get checked out by the medical staff. Hopefully he's all right. Was very slow to get up at first, and
yeah, he was holding his head area too.
Yeah, not a good sign. Never something that you hope for. Beaker at the top of the circle lets a wrist shot go. Now in the slot, arm is going to go up, and this will cancel out the power play for Calvin. 11 seconds is all it took. And we're going to go to 4-on-4.
I think DeCalloway's going to the box actually as well.
Why would they call DeCalloway? He got tripped.
Maybe an embellishment? That's all I could think of, really.
It wouldn't be embellishment if they called the trip.
Unless he fully went for the sell, but we'll hear it over the PA.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused about that one.
Yeah, me too, because it was a pure trip.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, thought we were going to go to 4-on-4. We'll stay 5-on-4, matching penalties. We'll keep the numbers the same. Mott is able to send it to the point, but not out. Over for Hooper. Now it's Beaker. Down low, this will settle down. Ripped up the board, stopped by Beaker. He'll keep it in as he walks the line. This is sent across for Petrila. Beaker, wrist shot. Chest save by Peyton Traska.
It's a good save by Traska, but a better play by the PK unit for Adrian because they cleared the front of the net, so Traska was able to see that shot coming all the way and able to soak it up for the whistle.
.81 seconds of power play time still for the Bulldogs. For the Knights, I should say.
You had the math,
yeah,
too.
I was about
impressed,
to make
actually.
a comment about my math, and I was thinking too much about the numbers. This is why I don't do numbers. Unbelievable. Lifted all the way down. Bulldogs will kill off some time. Justice will race back to get it. Turin knocks him off the puck just for a moment. Justice up the center, drops it back for Eaton. Carries it over the line, has options, lost control before he could shoot. Heading to the boards is this Kinder, and he's able to clear it all the way down.
That was a great move by Ian, too. Able to dance around the Bulldog defender, but unfortunately just lost it again. We've seen a couple of times now where just the puck is lost off of a great chance.
There's Justice over the line. Holds it on one hand. Sends it down low as Bro will step in. Try and separate the body from the puck. Vesperini up top. A give and go pass. Justice shoots. Stick save from Traska. Popped up in the air. Now towards the front. It's loose on top of the paint. Nobody can find it. Bodies flying everywhere. Jammer gets to it first. Justice keeps it in. 2 seconds and 1. That's the end of the power play. There's a shot. Just goes wide. The rebound off the outside of the netting. Spinning shot. Now to the top. Justice pinches it low. And this will be sent out. See if we get the legs for icing, and they call it down. 5:17 to go in the first. No changes allowed for the Bulldogs. And both parties on the matching penalties, Benedict and DeCalloway, released.
It was hectic to end that last little bit. Buys in front of the net, but now you're going to see 18 eventually here. And they catch it on the replay. He's going to save a goal as this puck moves around. But you're not able to see it, but if you go back, he takes one right off the knee with a wide open cage.
There's a wrist shot from Beaker, well to the left of the goal mouth. Strasky is sent into the boards. 5 minutes to go here in the first period. No scoring between these two sides. Shots tied at 8 apiece. Jammer to the wall, trying to get it out, is successful in doing so, but it's recovered quickly by McIntyre as Beaker will put a shot on Traska. Here goes Hunter Allen. Slips it over for Turin. Now to the front. The deflection just goes wide. Pick up from Turin, using his big frame to shield himself. Regan. Good man pressure there from Stephen Hicks. That's been the story of their defense. Wherever there's a puck, there's a Knight to follow it. Calvin wanted a delayed offsides call. Not going to get it here as we'll continue on, and I agree. Cash Regan did touch that puck before he entered the zone. McLaughlin with a leading feed up for Smith. He's got room, pulls up, shoots, and puts it off the pad. The rebound is blocked and sent up into the netting. Reimer down to one knee, but can't get it to go.
And Nice is doing a great job right now of being able to get in front of the lane or get to the puck as soon as possible. You mentioned it earlier, but it's the shot blocking, too, that I'm mostly impressed by them. They're able just to get legs in the lane, sticks in the lane, just to disrupt the Bulldogs from able to take a high-quality shot.
Marley and Sakino in the face-off. And officials exchanging some words with Nick Justice. Finally, we get the face-off drop. Toft goes off the boards and down low for Jammer. Circling around, loose space. Shot, rebound in front. It's kept out. Fadema with a good save in tight. Justice, a short pass off to the boards. Eaton leads it ahead for Sakino. Walks it down the left wing. Toth with good pressure. Schoenberger. Eaton winds up. Stick save from Traska. Both sides hustling and bustling around the ice. Loose puck in front. Open space, and it's just shelved high. Oh, and that's another close call for the Bulldogs. Cannot give the Knights that kind of time and space in front of the net.
Yeah, it was Zimmerman, the defenseman, coming down from the blue line, actually just sitting there right in the middle of the slot. Nobody was covering him at all, and he went to just roof it up, and instead he just goes right to the rafters and eventually points his head to the rafters too in disgust of what he just did.
He was all by himself, and maybe the option was to try and fake a move and drive backhand as Traska comes up with another glove save.
He originally faked the shot and then went to fake backhand and instead just saw this top left area of the net kind of wide open for him. And he had the shot lane, but I think just too much time allowed him just to roof it.
So tangle up between the two centermen off the face-off. As this puck is played behind the net. Scooped around, and outstep panel from Traska will break the play up. Flipped up. Bounces for Weidman. He grabs it. The rebound. It's kept out. Great effort from Blake Weidman. Now to the slot again. Gajewski was there, but not ready for the pass. This will deflect off the skate of Vesperini. McLaughlin finds Weidman up at the blue line. Gajewski will get it. Turns his back to the play. Leaves it over for Weidman. He's double-teamed on the boards. DeCalloway in to try and help the play. Scraped around the boards. Stopped by McIntyre. Calloway also had a lot of pressure there. Beaker will carry it up all by himself. Sends it off the boards. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first period. Will tumble all the way down the ice over both blue lines. Beakers will send it to distance. And this will be blown down for icing. We'll take our face-off back to the left.
Yeah, sometimes the Bulldogs have a little bit more time in the defensive zone than they think. Especially that last play there. Puck was dumped in and actually had a little bit more time. I think it was Mott than he expected. And he went just for the flip play, but it went to nobody because he had the forward that was on the wall kind of creep down to help support him.
Reset on the face-off. This is the second time now that officiating crew talking to Calvin's players about where they're set up on the draw. Turin through traffic, scores! A shot that was A penny thrown into a wishing well finds the back of the net, and the Bulldogs take a 1-0 lead.
It was an unexpected shot, and I think that's what fooled Vadima, as right off the draw, he kind of got screened by his own players. He never really sees this puck at all until it's too late. And, I mean, what a shot selection from Turin right there. Skating right, shooting back towards the grain to that left side. Upstairs, you couldn't have placed that one better. Bulldogs up by 1.
That was a good set face-off play from Adrian College. Had the setup correct. The shot was there, and Mateo Turin, one of those guys that when he's got open space, he can let it fly. That'll be his 16th goal of the season. Team leading in that department now, 28 points on the season. Almost a minute left here to go in the first period. Turin breaking the seal for the Bulldogs. As it's Mins who finds a pass to Allen. Works his way around Zimmerman, but lost it. Back to the neutral zone we go. Off the boards, collected by Turin, lets it go. And it's repositioned towards the boards off the deflection. Hicks will grab it. His shot, stopped by McLaughlin, never reached the net. There's a heavy slap shot, sticked away by Traska off the glass. 30 seconds to go. Here's Mott up and around the boards. It'll clear the zone. Big hit along the boards from Reagan as he lays the thunder down on Zimmerman. AIA faithful, letting number 8 in black know. 10 seconds to go. Schrader around the boards. Bulldogs look to clear it and end off the period on a high note. Sakino walks it back to Beaker, and that'll do it for the end of the first period. No scoring until the late parts of the frame. Mateo Turin with the lone tally as we have a 1-0 score heading into the second period. And it was really a chess match for that first 20 minutes. You could see the different kinds of strategies from both coaching staffs on their benches to try and figure out the opponent. Not a whole lot of space to work with overall.
No, you can really tell Calvin's game plan going into this one, and that was just to put pressure no matter what. In the offensive zone, in the defensive zone, in the neutral zone, any type of space that the Bulldogs had, it was earned because Calvin was swarming the puck, swarming the person that had it, and they had to make the proper pass and the right pass in order to have any type of space.
Of course, the only goal, Mateo Turin off that nice set face-off play, something that Bulldogs take a lot of pride in, is making sure that they have plays off of the face-offs, and we'll see it here in just a second. But this is a thing of beauty here, start to finish. Everything goes exactly the way that the Bulldogs wanted it to.
Yeah, it all starts with Cash Reagan win that face-off, and you can just tell the double screen. And I want to mention Smith here. He's actually the one that jumps up. Otherwise, that would have hit him right in the leg. But he jumps up, creates that shooting lane right as Turin's about to shoot that puck. So, I mean, just overall, great play by the Bulldogs. And that's what you need, too. You're struggling a little bit to get some type of space in the offensive zone and consistency, too, because that's how good that Calvin's defense is. A play like that right off the draw is what you need to have a goal.
I think the only thing maybe that the Bulldogs didn't like about their period is that they didn't score more. I mean, there were some good saves from Fedema. They couldn't find a couple of loose rebounds in front of the net, but that's just the natural part of the game sometimes. The bounces don't go perfectly your way, but if they're going to find the back of the net 2-3 more times, what do you think the key to victory is going to be?
I think it's just continue what they're doing, and that's driving that front of the net. You got the puck moving up top, and you go low to high, and then you shoot the puck, and you got at least 2 guys crashing the net, and you saw it. I mean, Turn was due. He had a couple of grade A chances. If only he was a righty, he would have been having at least 2. And it's just unfortunate that he was not able to do that. But exactly what the Bulldogs need to do is just continue to crash that net and find those rebounds. Even the ones that go off the back of the glass, too, they're popping out. These boards are live today, and the puck is bouncing, too. So you don't really know what you expect out of a shot either, and it can just bounce some certain way, and you'll have a tap-in goal.
40 more minutes still to go here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Number 10, Calvin University, and number 8, your Adrian College Bulldogs in battle in a GL6 rivalry matchup. 1-0 our score as we head to the second period. We'll step aside for our first period intermission and return after the break. Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win at 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
20 minutes down here inside the Arrington Ice Arena, a GL6 conference rivalry matchup between the Calvin University Knights and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Sherman, Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Happy to have you all rejoin us here on ACTV. 1-0 our score. For those of you just tuning in, that goal belonging to number 13, Mateo Turin, got on the board very, very late there in that first period. Time of that goal, 18:20 in the frame, assisted by Cash Reagan, his 15th assist of the year. Mateo Turin, his 16th goal as he leads the Bulldogs in scoring. Overall, a good frame from both sides of the ice.
Yeah, it's pretty much even this whole entire way. It's extremely competitive, and that's what you love to see on a Thursday night here. It's just some good overall solid hockey, that's for sure.
We'll have both goaltenders flip-flop sides. Peyton Traska to our left, and to our right, Aiden Fedema. 20 minutes, we'll go back on the score clock. Everybody to center ice. Puck is dropped and we'll resume play here at the AIA. Off the draw, Smith will hunt that puck down. It was Marshall Beaker who got it off the drop. Carrying forward is Steven Hicks, and a baseball swing from Benedict. He's able to push that down low, and a ground ball as it's bobbling around. Trasko went to stop it behind his nets. Came up empty-handed, but Mott was right there waiting for support as he'll take his time behind his goaltender. Turn catching a pass on the wing, unable to advance any further. Ethan McLaughlin now with time. Turin up ahead, a big thundering shoulder sent on to Devin Nabosny. Leading ahead, here's Smith. Cuts to the middle. Now the slot looking for a wrister. The toe drag shut down by a diving skate as that play is broken up. Wrist shot guided aside by the blocker of Fedema. And flex back down low. Beaker over for Hooper, who slashes it deep. McLaughlin, his wrist pass gets fanned on and a high riser turned over. You don't see sticks break. That one absolutely exploded on the pass from McLaughlin. Here's Eaton, open in front, sticked away. The rebound, shelved wide. Sakino had Traska down and out. Wow, 2 lucky breaks there for the Bulldogs. Back to back. As that could have been disaster for them. Game could have easily been tied up.
Yeah, Gajewski still doesn't have a stick. He finally goes back to the bench, just get a change.
Up to the boards is Weidman. Marley tries to jockey for it. Strasky around the boards to Weidman, who is waiting. Trip up. This is going to be a call against the Bulldogs. First power play of the period to the Knights.
It's just unfortunate for Wyman. Not really much he can do about that one. And here we're going to get the look. You can see Gajewski without the stick, and this puck is just going to sit there. He can't do anything about it because he doesn't have one, and just sailed wide. I mean, he had all day upstairs to work with, and another chance for Calvin. Just unfortunate, another puck going wide for them. I mean, they've had 2 chances now. Grade A scoring right outside the top of that blue paint, and not even a shot on net.
Back over the line Here's Brandon Nye. Will take his time and dump it low. Fedema plays it on the forehand, but gave it up. Maybe a shorthanded chance. Good effort from Brandon Nye. Look at him doing it all by himself. Gets tripped up there, stick in the feet. That should be a call, but the officials look the other way. Knights will gallop up ice as Beaker gets around his wrist shot. It is deflected wide by a shin pad. Now stopped on a dime by Jammer. Deadlocked on the half wall. Yellow and black sweaters coming together. Here's Ix from a sharp angle. Rotates it down low for Petrila. Back up top to the point. Beaker, a wrister stopped by Bro. He'll turn to his backhand now. The forehand will lift this puck out of the zone.
Bulldogs doing an excellent job right now, just getting in those shooting lanes, disrupting the Knights of getting any type of movement as a full-on unit right now.
Smith with a good forecheck. 50 seconds left on the power play for Calvin. As they're going to slow things down behind the nets. Made some changes in the process. Over the line, a drop pass. A toe drag. Smith will take it away. 25 seconds. This will clear all the way out. Justin Jammer was heading towards it at first, decided to get to the bench for some substitutions. Vesperini shut down on his zone entry. Mott will shoulder for the puck. Eaton over the line, hassled by Nye. Couple of good stick checks from him. Eaton still with it. Throws it low, 2 seconds and one. Bulldogs again are successful on the PK. Weidman out of the box, he's all alone. Here's Weidman from a sharp angle, shoots and puts it off the glove of Fedema. Might have caught a piece of the iron, but there's another turnover forced by Weidman. Good shift from him after having to sit for the last 2 minutes. Gonna whistle this down for icing with 15:30 left to go here in the second period.
Yeah, Justice just not able to get to that line. He saw Turin barreling down on him and just got rid of that puck right away just to be able to control that hit. And it's all because of Turin for that icing.
Off the face-off, shoveled down the ice. Ryan Bro will recover. Pirouettes open as this is sticked out of midair. For McIntyre. Bro handling in the corner. Reimer caught him between his feet. Looks to lift it out. It'll get over the line. And it is offside. So are you ready to explore your Adrian Future Scholarship Day? Let's admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admissions/visit campus/scholarship day today. Back to ice level. This is sent all the way down. 5 minutes, 3 seconds into the second period. It's the icing as we'll take our face-off to the left. It's Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth on ACTV. Happy to have you all with us this evening. Certainly hope everybody's staying warm. I know the Michigan weather is about to get really bitter cold over the next couple of days. Looking at the forecast, down into the negatives before the wind chill, and I can only imagine how it's going to feel once the wind starts howling.
Yeah, especially here in Adrian, you got pretty much flat lands all across, and that wind can pick up, and it is absolutely nasty to deal with, especially walking right into it.
So if you're traveling anywhere in or around the state, certainly be aware, be alert, stay warm, bundle up.
If you're a Calvin fan and a student, get the day off tomorrow.
Yes, heard that during the break.
Adrian, not so much.
Nope. We'll be in class bright and early.
It's our plead actually right now on air. How about no class, please. Get only bag.
As Coach Mike would say, wear your layers. There's a shot from the top of the dot, deflected up into the netting. We'll stop again, take our face-off to the left.
Maybe I was wondering why that last icing was called. It's because Reimer actually lifted the stick up from the Calvin defense, and that puck just went through. And that's why it was icing, even though it kind of looked like both players had an attempt to get that puck. It was actually Reimer who lifted the stick.
To Calloway. We'll get to this puck with Steven Ix along the wall. Back to the point. Hooper with a twisted wrister. Gets sticked away by Traska. Had to really see that through a whole bunch of moving bodies. But the junior from Drayton Valley, Alberta, saw it all the way. Here's Benedict, who lost it. Mins will send it all the way down. Another broken stick on the play, as this is icing. 14:02 left to go.
Yeah, it was another weird break. I don't remember who it was for Adrian, but I think it was Hunter Allen. He went just to collect the puck, and his stick exploded again. We saw McLaughlin try to make a pass, and his stick broke, and now Hunter Allen just trying to collect it. It just snaps on him. He wasn't slashed or anything. Maybe before in the zone he was, but in the middle of the ice he wasn't at all.
Face off again to our lefts for Calvin as Ziskinder swoops in to make the play. Smith with a leading feed for Mins. And they're going to call this delayed offsides as Mins had to tag up. Justice can't work it through the pile. And Darmenov a slap shot off the back glass. Regan gets this puck behind his net. Up to Smith, who was waiting at his bench. Over for Turin. Net is going to be dislodged here. I don't think the officials see it. And Fidema is just going to put it back onto his peg. Normally the officials blow that down. I don't think they ever saw it.
Really, Fidema did that too, because he would have easily gotten a whistle if Calvin was able to lose possession of the puck as well in the offensive zone.
Reagan with a pass over for Weidman. Up top for Mott, lets a slap shot go, gets blocked. This one on net, guided aside by Fidema. Some chatter from the Calvin bench as Weidman forces another turnover, slapped it on the backhand. Mott back up top. Now it's Sakino. Off the boards and down. This will be icing with 12:26 left to go.
And the Calvin bench was still talking about that net being off. I don't think they realized that Fidema put it back on. But usually you would see that whistle happen once the Bulldogs gained possession in the offensive zone, but it was Calvin that had that possession. And as a goaltender, you would think that you would just leave that net there because you're going to get a free whistle no matter what. So if there's a bad turnover or something happens, you're going to get a free whistle, but instead he put it back on.
Weidman tried to dish it out as he couldn't get the elevation. Mott with good positioning there towards the puck. Vesperini in the corner is right there with McLaughlin as both parties stumble to the ice. Mott turns on it, waits, has McLaughlin behind as he'll play catch with him. As this is flipped out to the neutral zone, Vesperini on the backhand will send it down. McLaughlin lost it in front. As the pickup from Gajewski, now to the slot, over the top of the shoulder of Traska, shrugged it off. As through traffic, Zimmerman's shot just goes wide, deflected in front, the cover from Traska, he'll get the whistle.
A couple of dangerous chances for Calvin in that sequence. Catch on the replay. This one, Mott's just holding on to it, and then he kind of just loses it, and the puck goes right in the middle, and it's kind of just a scramble. And eventually right in the middle of the slot, and again, Calvin shooting the puck over the net. That's 3 times now where they get grade A chances and just wrist it high. And almost think that they are going to have to shoot a little bit lower, almost aim kind of by the pads just to get one on net.
Well, one thing that they're doing too is they're utilizing their points very well. They're trying to get shots from distance and take away the eyes of Peyton Traska in front of the net. And they have bodies there. It's just not bouncing the way that they necessarily might want it to. And another great example there, Steven Nix driving the net front hard.
I can see how the Bulldogs all seep down. You can see right now, just look at all 5 are down low from the top of the circle trying to gain that possession of the puck, allowing those defensemen for Calvin to be wide open.
Around the boards, Traska will stop it on his forehands and leave it for Kale Strasky. Bouncing puck played by Bro. And Calvin Bench wanted a penalty on Steven Nix. And a slashing call is going to be blown down here. Let's see who it's against. I think this might be a Calvin penalty. Indeed it is.
You're right.
Yeah, it's Trent Benedict who's going to go to the box.
What Calvin Bench was mad about was Jammer kind of just accidentally ran into the back of a Calvin player. I think it was Ix that was laying on the ice for a little bit there, and they were all screaming to the referees, and all of a sudden the refs call a penalty on them. So not really loving the play of the refs right now if you're a Calvin fan.
Power play number 3 for the Bulldogs. Up top now, over for Hunter Allen. Mins with a high riser, gets blocked down. There's going to be a penalty going against the Bulldogs. I think a slash. Hayden Zimmerman drawing that one, so a short-lived power play for Adrian College, and we're going to go back to 4-on-4. That's the second time that's happened.
I think it was a little bit of a makeup call almost in a sense, because Mins didn't necessarily slash him too hard, but still negated a little bit. It was kind of in the hands, but typically those you would see that the referees wouldn't necessarily call. As you mentioned, 4-on-4 hockey, and we've seen a lot so far of no space for either team, but with one player down on each side, I think this ice is going to open up a lot more, and the skill is going to be really showcased in the next minute 42.
Doesn't help, too, that the slash came from behind the body, so there's a reach there. It's obvious. Officials trying to police this one as best as possible at this point in the game. A lot of penalties so far. Zimmerman, a catch and release pass. Lost it for Smith. Will drive the outside lane. Up top for Ziskinder. Down low, turn with the pickup. Protecting on the backhand. Will skate it to the blue line as he'll wait. Stops quickly, finds Toth, turns, no shot. As he backhands it over for Turin. Looking to send him to the wall. Turin on the backhand gives it up. And it's Eaton with the steal. Smith with the stick check, trying to steal it from him. Eaton down the left side wing, hugs the wall. Plays it off the back of the net. Popped in front. The rebound just goes wide. As this pops up in the air, I thought that one went in the back of the net, the angle that it took. Up to the point in Beaker. Slap shot. Blocker save. Traska with the follow-up poke check. Toth gets tangled up. Game starting to pick up in physicality. Smith is able to vacate the zone. Tries the jump deke, shut down at the last second. Takedown on Beaker as he was trying to cut through open ice like a hot knife through butter, but Nathaniel Mott saying no.
Yeah, it was a good play by Adrian defense. So we're going to see a little play earlier as this puck's just going to sit there around the outside as it's going to get there, and I don't know how that one doesn't fall either. Traska maybe got one off the blocker, but from our vantage point, it for sure looked in as it hit the outside of the netting.
8:42 left to go here in the second period. Still 4-on-4 hockey for the next 4 seconds, and then a short power play for Calvin. There's some quick passing on the boards. Puck to open ice for McLaughlin. Sends it into the half wall. It's dug free. Now to the boards and outs. Bulldogs clear. And that'll do it for their PK.
Good job by McLaughlin there. He realized there was only 12 seconds on that power play, and he decided just to eat that puck completely in the boards terminology. He was just to just put it right on the boards with your stick and then just wait for the Calvin Knights just to try to take it off of your stick. And it takes a little bit, and 18 seconds on the power play just became absolutely nothing.
Face off one back. The Bosny will send it around for Bro. Stopped quickly there. Allen opens up, takes his feet out from under him. Could have been a call. Another one that gets let go. Couple on both sides, though. It's just about even. Strasky to Bro. Now Mins at the center ice logo. Bro in full retreat. Right-handed shot. Dishes it off to the wing for DeCalloway, who marches down the ice. Pivots to the middle. DeCalloway shoots off and scores the rebound. Caleb Mins collects it in front, and the Bulldogs have doubled their lead.
Play all starts just with the absolute hustle from DeCalloway, as he's going to get this puck and go through two, and then see the patience out of him in the shot selection and the drive at the front of the net by Mims. And he's happy to score that goal to double the lead for the Bulldogs. Great effort by all teams there and all players, for the Bulldogs.
I'll echo your sentiment. I like the shot selection from Keegan DeCalloway. Left-handed shot, you're on the right wing, you cut to the middle, and then you shoot back against the grain to put it towards the right. Fortunate bounce off the glove side shoulder of Fedema, popped loose, and Mins in the picture-perfect spot to dump that in the back of the net.
And also he waited a couple seconds when he was in the middle of the slot to let his forwards that were with him to come up and crash that net, because if he shot that puck right away, then that puck that was just laying there, Mims wouldn't have easily gotten to it like he did.
Jammer with a shot of his own off the pad. It stopped. This will draw a crowd as Marley takes a couple of shots from Joel Fonovic. And we'll get everybody meeting together on the boards. I think Fonovic had his legs taken out from under him, and that's why you heard the Bulldogs reacting on the bench the way they did.
I think Marley picked up his stick too, so it's like both players just told us to go to the bench. No calls. Say 5-on-5.
Schomburger wins the neutral zone draw for Motts as he saucers this towards Fedema. Around the boards, here's Weidman using his speed to send it back the opposite direction. Mott will get it along the near side wall. It's still locked up and pops free. Charging is Sakino. Down through the middle. Wrist shot, glove save from Traska.
Love to see Sakino move that puck to Eden right there. He was wide open right away when he got that puck in the defensive zone, because two Calvin players flew the zone and only one Adrian Bulldog defenseman was back, and they could have had a quick 2-on-1. Unfortunately, I think they're just not able to see that play, and instead he just drove it all the way through to get that shot on net for the whistle.
Up to the blue line. Walking across, Zimmerman. The shot, the rebound, and Traska with two in tight off his right pad. Leading out, here's a 3-on-2 developing. Regan with speed to the slot. Smith went down to release, and he couldn't get the shot off in time.
It's good defense back checking from Zimmerman there too. Able to disrupt Smith right in time as he was about to take that shot.
She slashed around the boards. Smith looking for a turn up ice. Gathered by Zimmerman back to his own blue line. Over for Benedict. Traska will pitch it to Strasky. Up for Smith. Has to throw it away. As Mins stepping in to try to make the play. Stradsky, a feed off for Bro. That was behind his reach. Bro will stop in between the dots, wait, and fire a pass for Mins, who deflects it just before the red line. No icing as we continue. Vesperini, captain for this Calvin squad. Fonovic through traffic. Traska went to stop it, but couldn't put the glove down. Maybe a wraparound here. Bodies flying everywhere as we got a pile up on top of the crease. Back to the point. Slap shot deflected wide. Vesperini tried to put it on net. Paddle down was Traska. Out of the zone this puck goes. Now dumped towards Traska. Under 5 to play here in the period.
He's also got a tough stick right now in his zone crease in the net. He's slightly moving outside to the corner.
Jammer able to work it free, but lost his lumber on the play. Up top, Mott waiting for the pass. Lets one go off the body of Allen as that's pitched towards the net. Deflected wide. Eaton tries to lift it out with the backhand, is unsuccessful. Take a second attempt at it to Calloway with a small hit. As finally the Knights are able to clear this down, this will be icing with 4:09 left to go in the period. And be sure not to miss Chase Matthew live at Adrian College on Saturday, March 21st at 7 o'clock p.m. for our spring concert. It's free for all Adrian College students, and tickets are available now at adriancollege.hometownticketing.com. That's March 21st, Chase Matthew at Adrian College. We're holding it down. Puck back towards Fedema. It's Nabozny on the possession. Now up to the wing. Disconnected pass will roll the length of the ice, but no icing. As we push through, Jammer escorts it wide. And the Knights will have to exit the zone to head back in. Reimer will go across for a speedy McLaughlin. Toe drag shot gets deflected before it reached the net. Jammer underneath the red line. Marley will stop it. Here's Zimmerman. Up ahead, taking space is Eaton to the top of the dot. Zimmerman shoots, scores! Off the post and in. Hayden Zimmerman cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1.
Great work by him as he's going to jump into this play as a defenseman leading in. And Zimmerman, you can see him, he's tapping for the stick. And just an amazing shot. Just pops the water bottle off of the net. And Calvin cutting his lead into half. 2-1 is the score.
Well, this one's certainly getting interesting from the AIA. Bulldogs with only a goal in the period to make it 2-0, and just like that, the Knights are back in it. Schaumburger will fight for this. Forces the turnover as Hooper couldn't make the play. Here goes Weidman with speed. Left side wing, driving to the front. It's loose for Gajewski. Back the other way we go. Ix carrying it around. Ziskinder with a good shutdown play. Toth leading it ahead for Weidman. He'll send it in on net. Takes a bounce off the outside of the apron. Weidman showing a lot of poise and speed in this game.
He's flying the zone really well, too. Every single time the Bulldogs get that puck in the defensive zone, he's basically out of there trying to get an on-man rush going the other way.
He's one of those dogs known for his pure acceleration. Though undersized compared to some of his teammates, you would never be able to tell. Not afraid to back down from a fight, and
he's really turned on the goal scoring this year as well. He had 2 goals this past weekend. He's got 16 on the year as well, tied with Turn for that lead.
Knights will lift it out. It'll drop for Fonovic. Tries to work around Bro as we got Bulldogs and Knights sliding into home base. Stradsky to the boards for Mins. coughed it up, top of the dots. Mins will push it aside. Here goes Smith. He's got Reagan to his right. Will decide to skate it himself. The wrist shot blocked by Justice, paddled away. Pick up from Reagan. Up top to the circle. Out come the Knights. And a miss pass off the boards. Mott is right there. Daniel Mott will find Hunter Allen as he shifts into gear. Moving the boots downhill. Mins will go after it. As the second goal for this Bulldogs team this evening. Less than 60 seconds to go in the frame. Mins will shove it aside. Back to the end wall. Eaton lifting it ahead on net. Traska will glove it for the whistle, and good opportunity here for Calvin. 46.4 seconds left in the period. They get an offensive zone draw.
Yeah, especially having kind of the momentum now with scoring that goal. You would love to go into the locker room in the second intermission tied, but overall just amazing effort, and you just at least want to keep that momentum. You don't want anything bad to happen in these next 46 seconds if you're Calvin.
Schrader will step in for the replacement of Eaton. As Zimmerman will walk the line. His wrist shot tumbling over everybody's head. Guided into the boards. Here's Marley. Up for the skate of McLaughlin. The defenseman playing forward here on this rush. As this is pitched around the boards, Mott will stop it, send it on net, the blocker, and a rebound. Jammer turns on it, but can't get a full shot. Schrader with 15 seconds left, pulls up for Sakino. Jammer will guide it into the boards. Reimer maybe with one last chance here as he looks to go across. Stopped in the feet of Eaton, 2 seconds and 1. And that'll do it for 40 minutes of play. So 1 goal in the first, 2 in the second, 1 belonging to each side. And we have a 2-1 hockey game heading into the third period. Boy, oh boy, has this one turned into a really close and entertaining game.
Yeah, we knew it, exactly what we were going to get to going into this game. You could just tell right off the hop that it was going to be back and forth hockey. And what I really liked out of Calvin's game was that they're scoring off that rush play with Zimmerman hopping into the play and being that fourth man's ice, taking it and being that late guy and having that wide open chance and being able to finally finish one. I mean, they had so many chances right in front of the net that they are just lift high, but finally one that's able just to go in, and they got to be happy about that going into the locker room for sure.
Caleb Mins with the goal for the Bulldogs from Keegan DeCalloway and Hunter Allen, as we'll catch that here on the replay. Just another good play and smart heads-up hockey from Keegan DeCalloway with his opening shot, as we're just looking to get the right replay here. Apologies for the technical difficulties.
And it was the poise out of him, too, that I appreciated so much, because he was able just to walk as you're going to catch this one all the way from the opposing blue line. Here, he's just patiently waiting, and then he shoots the puck, and he's got Strasky and he's got Mins on that side. So he chose the right shot selection, too. He could have easily went on that left side, but he had no one to help him out for that rebound. But he chooses that right side, like you mentioned earlier, going off the shoulder, and that rebound's just sitting there for that tap-in.
The other goal we had that period from Hayden Zimmerman, still waiting on the live stats to come back for the assists on that goal, but one shot finds the back of the net, and just like that, a 2-1 hockey game.
Yeah, he's the one that originally passes that, but you can see him. He's patiently waiting, and all three Bulldogs seep down low to cover the three guys, and it was because of a bad change from the Bulldogs going back on the back check that allowed Zimmerman to be wide open as he was, and he takes the right and proper shot to get that one to fall.
Well, this one certainly coming down to the wire, only separated by one tally, 2-1 after 40 minutes of play. We're going to step aside for our second period intermission and return with the third after the break. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. We'll be back. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
40 minutes gone, 20 still to go here in regulation. A GL6 rivalry matchup. It's the number 10 Calvin University Knights and the number 8 Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Happy to have you all rejoin us here on ACTV. 2-1 our score through 40 minutes of play. For those of you just tuning in now, a 2-goal second period, one for each side. Caleb Mins, the first one at 12:27 in the second period. Hayden Zimmerman, just some 4 minutes later, his 5th of the year, assisted from Tony Eaton and Dario Sakino at 16:46. This one really coming down to the wire. I mean, this is what you expected out of these two teams.
Exactly right. You got the shots even at 20 right now, and the difference is one more goal for the Bulldogs. And this could be anybody's game. The score is in favor of the Bulldogs right now, but I can totally see Calvin climbing themselves back into this hockey game and winning this one outright. But if you're a Bulldog fan, you don't want that to happen. And I think the main thing that head coach Gary Estalos mentioned in the locker room was keep the pucks in front of you, especially because they've had a problem of giving up breakaways last weekend. You can't afford to give up one now in this tight matchup.
So we'll get everybody back at center ice. 20 minutes on the score clock. Third period, set and ready to go. Bulldogs tapping their sticks on the bench. Puck is dropped and will resume play at the AIA. Here's Nathaniel Mott, who will find Cash Reagan up top. He's speeding down in on net. Rister is gloved in and out by Fedema. The rebound pops out. Here's Smith hugging the outside lane. Will backhand it without looking to turn. He's open, quick shot up into the chest. As there's a collision there, the rebound popped free. Thought they were going to blow that one down. But Fedema lost control of it as there's some action behind the play. Mateo Turin and Steven Hicks.
They actually had their skates stuck together. I think the laces were actually stuck together.
Here's some more action as shots flying from both sides.
Big chance right away for Turin, and he was trying to find that upstairs short side, but so just an absolute great read by Fedema, able to get that one with the shoulder the whole entire way.
Back to the wall off the face-off. Now the point. Zimmerman with the stutter step, but too much for him. Says rim down low for Traska. The opposite-handed goaltender stopping on his forehand. For Fedema, that would be his backhand. That's left up for Weidman. Knights will start this play behind Fedema. Up ahead for Stratsky. Now it's Eli Reimer. Goes across the lane for Bro. Takes the pass to Stratsky and back to Reimer. Throw it around in the triangle. Saucer up for Sakino. Will deflect it down low, negating the icing. Some slow play to open up the first 2 minutes. Bulldogs really playing the waiting game here. Eli Reimer up for Justin Jammer. Takes a bump in open ice. Toth back for Ziskinder. Off the boards and down as Beaker will handle this around the wall. Breakout again. Knights will collect it. Marley guiding this towards the front of the Bulldog bench. As Hooper will throw it in towards Traska. Decides to hold on to it for the whistle. 17:40 to go in the third.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see the change-up that's been made by Calvin, because at the start in that first period, they were aggro-aggressive every single time they dumped that puck in. And then the second half of that second period and now the start of this third period, once they dump that puck in and Adrian's got full possession, they're waiting back for Adrian to come up, and they're just waiting for Adrian to make a mistake, truly, to get a turnover going the other way.
Shot from the point, blocked by the shin pads of Mins. As this is rotated around, stick save from Traska. Pops it into open ice. Good physicality from Mins on Alan Darmenov. As there's a high rising shot over the blocker of Traska. Up and over, this is going to draw a call. And they're going to say it's a high stick. And we'll go against assistant captain Christoph Petrila.
Callaway had that puck and it was just skating, and he got one right in the neck from behind, and immediately his head went up, and nice easy call for the officials to make, and the Bulldogs now back on the power play, trying to extend their lead back up to 2.
Reimer will be swapped out on the faceoff for Weidman. And another power play now setting up for the Bulldogs. Haven't had much luck so far this evening. As McLaughlin will rope this down deep. Back to the point. Bumped by Weidman to McLaughlin. Now to Reimer, wrist shot, rebound in front. Is escorted wide. McLaughlin again drives the backhand, loose in front, still scrambling, and it's just put wide. Fedema was on his back. Open nets galore for both of these sides. Turin, his pass canceled out by the skates of Zimmerman. And the Knights able to clear it down the ice. Again is Ethan McLaughlin leading the rush. Distributes to Mateo Turin. Fedema blindly on his backhand, pushes around the wall. Reimer will step up into the play. Charges forward. Turin handles for McLaughlin, who deals to Smith. Wrist shot deflected off the shoulder of Fedema. Side chopped over to the left boards. Reimer 2-on-1 as he's pressured on the long half wall. Out to the neutral zone, 40 seconds to go here in the power play. McLaughlin sweeps it low, and Calvin clears. Traska will stop and leave it for DeCalloway. Swaps places with Hunter Allen. Allen motoring down the left wing. Stops, blows a tire. And this is cleared once again. Stransky takes a look. Dishes for DeCalloway. Toe drag, shooting, and it's stopped by the Knights, and they clear it all the way down. Fedema with a great save. This will be icing. We send it back to our left. 15:05 to go in the third.
The Bulldogs did great there on that power play, was be able to move that puck from up top, and it all starts, you kind of open them up when you get that puck moving around. And this is just a straight shot from McLaughlin, and it's just there, sitting there for Smith, but it's just not, again, able to put that one home. The Bulldogs have had those chances on the power play, and that's strictly because of the aggressiveness from the forwards of the PK unit.
Schomburger will remain at the face-off circle. Steven Hicks will join him as Schomburger wins it back. Deflection in front, doesn't go. Punch back to the neutral zone. Toth will flip it towards Fedema. In and out of the trapper, leaves it on the ice. Takeaway unsuccessful. Here's a leading 2-on-1. To the top of the circle, no deflection there. This is going to draw a call. Both officials had their arms up. I wonder if we're going to see 2 penalties here or they're going to call the same thing.
I think it was clear as day as Schomburger is going to go to the box. He was behind Ix, and the whole entire way he was hooking him. Hopefully see it on the replay. Watch for 47. He's right behind him, and look, that hand is in there that whole entire time. And a little bit of a jump from Ix afterwards. You could call embellishment like we saw earlier with the Callaway getting called for that, but either way, now Calvin trying to tie this hockey game up with a power play of their own.
Knights again to the power play. Quick slap shot clears from Brandon Nye. As Aiden Fedema will leave it back for Nick Justice. Justice deep for Eaton, who will get over the line. Saucers it to the slot. Nye tried to clear it. The second look at it from DeCallaway somehow takes a bounce and exits the zone. Leading pass. Here's Vesperini. Shoots and into the body of Traska.
The whole entire chance all happens because Strasky's trying to change with McLaughlin, just trying to switch so McLaughlin has an easy path to get off the bench. And while he's doing that, Calvin recognizes that and immediately pushes that puck up. That's how you get that scoring chance off of what seems like a dead play.
Is this a face-off violation? What just happened? I think Calvin just took a face-off violation. What just happened? There's no door open. Nobody's going to the box, but they just changed the face-off from the D zone of the Dogs to the offensive zone. And
there is a Calvin Knight going to the box.
I think that was a face-off violation. Trent Benedict is going to go sit this and serve the penalty.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those get called in ACHA hockey.
Yeah. So again, another power play that gets quickly canceled out. It's basically the third time that's happened this evening. A rarity at that.
We were dumbfounded too.
Yeah.
Completely silent because we were just trying to figure out what in the world the call was.
There's a centering feed and a flip on Ix as he took an awkward tumble. Shot from the point, sticked away. Traska will hold it. Reimer making sure that his goaltender comes out without taking any extra shots.
That's a hard play for Mix there. He was looking backdoor the whole entire way, and I think he was almost kind of looking for a call again, the way he kind of jumped up, and again, it was more dangerous for him than anything else. He went kind of head first and almost hit himself right into the post.
Bro has this puck. Gives it off for Jammer. Bro up ahead. Pitches it over. Turned over. There's Eaton at the top of the right circle. Peels off. Still holds it. Dishes to his left for Nabozny. Still ring it around the boards. Callaway up for Jammer. Now to Strasky. Beaker will circle back with the puck. Still 4-on-4 for the next 20 seconds. Connor Allen leading for Sebastian Smith. He's got room. Smith to the middle. Looking wrist shot. Will circle around, held up, and an extended stick from Fedema. Took it away from him. Skinner with a jumping hit. This is Hunter Allen over the center ice red line. Gets through, and a good back check from Fonovic. Up to the point. Skinner with a shot into the chest of Fedema. He'll hold it.
Real close play there by Skinner to Allen, as Allen was all by himself right in front of the net looking for that tip, but instead that puck went right between his legs. Couldn't get his stick on it. Otherwise, a tip would have had a possible goal on the power play for 15 more seconds.
Again, Calvin just not being able to line up for their faceoffs. I don't know what it is that the officials don't like. Skinner's blast gets gloved down by Fedema.
Yeah, I'm really trying to understand what
doesn't look like
reason why they're getting kicked out every single time.
Doesn't look like they're doing anything wrong, but clearly there's something that the linesmen don't like. Are they over the hash marks? I don't know. It's certainly strange. That'll just about do it for the Bulldog power play. Short-lived as this is dished towards the front of Traska's nets. Just Skinder hassling Ix along the wall. There's a wrist shot high and wide. Hard off the stick. Out of the zone, leading it ahead. Weidman stops on a dime. Good pass for Gajewski. Shoots, and it's sticked away by Fedema. Gajewski had his feet taken out from under him. Clear as day. That's a tripping call. Bulldogs will head back to the power play.
I'm going to go back to that sick pass by Weidman. It was turned up right on his backhand. As you can see, he kind of had a break for a second, and he's going to stop, send two of them by, and look at this sweep pass right through the legs, and Gajewski just not able to get the full shot on. And just overall, a wonderful play by Weidman. I was hoping that Gajewski could have got more on their shot, but either way, the Bulldogs back on the power play trying to extend their lead.
I think we're starting to figure it out as the Calvin Knights are just barely over the hash marks, and that's what they're getting called down for. You saw Weidman pointing to it. So there's a high-rising shot from McLaughlin. Weidman down low to Turin. He's held up. That'll jump over the stick of McLaughlin. Has to get back quickly. There's a takeaway from Sakino. Breaks in, and he's shut down. Calvin bench wants a penalty shot, and they're going to have to pay the invoice on the overhanging scoreboard as they might have just broken a light bulb.
Yeah, they're really calling for that hook, but I think it was more of a clean play by McLaughlin. Is fully getting the stick. It wasn't much into the hands at all, and I don't think it was enough that the refs would have made the call, and that's what they didn't do, but Calvin not happy about that at all.
Callaway off the face-off. Out-muscled as he'll get the puck here. Finds Hunter Allen on the wing. His backhand pass up top for Strasky. Too far out of his reach. Mins lost it in front of his bench to an opposing Knight. There's another turnover. And this is going to draw a call. How many times is this going to happen where one of the teams takes a penalty and no more than a minute later does the other team take a penalty? And it's for the same things.
Yeah, it's almost for a trip every single time, but I think that's just because of the pressure from both PK units. That last 30 seconds, the Dogs just not able to cleanly enter the zone at all. It was a lot of just one man trying to do too much with the puck and then losing it on a turnover, and just not really much of a connection and what we typically see out of the Bulldogs with their chemistry.
Well, instead of sitting down in the box, both these teams just save a horse, ride a cowboy. Out of the zone, this puck goes. Turnover over on the line. And here goes Steven Hicks, one-on-one with Mott. His wrist shot deflected. Good defensive stick play by Nathaniel Mott. And a good time to remind everybody that all ACTV broadcasts fully student ran. Of course, myself, Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Our director for this evening, Jack Whitehead. And on our top camera, Alexander Grove. And students call the shots around here, quite literally. Here's Zimmerman. Shifty move, stepping down to the bottom of the circle. Will go for the wraparound, no shot. Still holds it. Up top, it's Justice with a sweet move over. And everybody in the arena thought that went in, including myself. I held my breath. That one put into the next county over the top of the netting.
That's Zimmerman again with another chance. He's the one that holds this puck the whole entire way. And look at the patience. And he is wide open, just absolutely sails that puck. And you can tell right away after he released that, head to the rafters, slapping the stick on the boards out of frustration. And boy, oh boy, did the Dogs get away with one.
Wipe the sweat off your brow. Man, that could have been a tie game right there. I don't think Traska got a piece of it, and it just got sent into the uprights.
Which, again, we've seen Calvin do that countless of times throughout this game so far. They have a grade A chance, and they just absolutely sail it up over the net.
Here's Toth. Out of the zone. And we'll get icing.
And icing actually hurts the Bulldogs a lot because they're on 4-on-4 right now, but in 6 seconds they're going to be on the kill. And if that puck was in ice, they could possibly kill off more time. But now that it's in the zone, this faceoff becomes quite crucial for the Dogs' success on the penalty kill in the next 6 seconds.
Eaton will force this back. Ziskinder around for Nye. And this is thrown all the way down. Fedema will stop it.
Smart play by Nye to wait out until the 4-on-4 time was over and until he iced it.
Here's Nye leading ahead. And Weidman charging towards the front of the net. Up top, over the line, smart play as Bro will throw it back deep. Weidman pinching ahead. Gets the stick lift on Beaker, throws him in a circle. Beaker lost it to Weidman. Had a little bit more time to make a play there as Beaker driving in his wrist shot underneath the glove of Traska. 2 seconds and 1, and that's the end of the PK. I would like to know if we can get through the next 8 minutes and 30 seconds with no penalties on either side. Because if you know one team is going to take one, the other one is going to follow up 30 to 45 seconds later.
Yeah, I don't think your wish is going to be granted tonight. I just have a feeling that's not going to happen.
Dump in stopped by the stick of Traska as he'll put the goalie paw on top of it.
Smart play just to get a whistle. The defense for Adrian to change and fresh legs on the ice, especially with only 8 minutes left. You want no long shifts out of the Bulldog defense, cause problems in the defensive zone.
McLaughlin throws this around the boards. Looked like maybe there could have been a trip there. Hard hit in front of the penalty box on Eli Reimer. Mont will flip it to the neutral zone. Soccer kick by Petrila. McLaughlin looks. Is able to find Reimer in the neutral zone. Spring loads Marley. Down the left wing, his backhand pass fluttered over his stick. Reimer lost his edges. Jammer on his backhand, turns to the forehand, puts it through the blue paint. McLaughlin back at the line. Lets a wrist shot go, tipped in front. It's scrambled for in the hash marks. Sent back for Mott, now down low. Reimer turning quickly, looking to generate offense. Holds on his backhand. Has Darmenov on his coattails. This puck cleared out of the zone and back for Nathaniel Motz. 7 minutes to go here in the third period. 1 goal game. 2 for the Bulldogs, 1 for the Knights. Calloway with sweet mitts. Tumbles a backhand down low. Looks to get around Beaker. Stopped by Allen as he's taken out there. Slides on the ice. Schrader with a shot off the toe box of Traska, and this is muscled all the way down. They're going to whistle no icing as Allen steps up. Eaton to Zimmerman, dancing through for a toss. Schaumburger goes around. And a turnover on the blue line. Either side really can hold it for the past couple of minutes. It's Hunter Allen trying to get red line possession as he'll head back to the bench for a change. He's out there almost for a 2-minute shift. It's up in midair. Vesperini gloves it down. Fielding is Schaumburger. Off the toe of Stransky. Bro will get to that puck. Stransky will dig this out of a pile. Turin has his feet swept from under him. Weidman at center ice will dump this in. Fadema takes a look. Guides it over for Nabozny, and the turnover as Fadema is heading back to his net. Bro goes down to one knee, loses it. Fonovic gets around. Throws it on net, and it's shouldered away. The rebound blocked. Here goes Bro. Smith will lift it deep. Regan one-on-one with Justice, and they call this icing with 4:57 to go in the third period.
You can definitely tell the different mentality that the Bulldogs now are having. A 1-goal game, and right when they hit that red line, they're dumping that puck, and they're not taking any chances on a bad turnover in the gray zone for Calvin to come the other way and try to score another one off the rush.
Back to the top. This is Zimmerman. Has to fight off Smith, but he forces it to change in possession. Here goes Smith in on net, shooting, saved by Fadema. Off the pad, a big stop, keeps this a 1-goal game. Clayton slaps it over for Petrila. Lifted out of the zone. And rimmed back deep, the delayed offsides for Calvin gives the Bulldogs enough time to restart. McLaughlin to Mott. Up ahead for Jammer. Now Reimer. Jumped over his stick. Slash taken on Eaton. As this will head into the zone. Marley off the outside board. Eaton let go of that puck too quickly. As Mott will spin back. McLaughlin is able to find Reimer in the neutral zone. Over for Marley. Gains the blue line. Cuts to the middle. Dropped it back. Was hoping Reimer would pick it up. Back to the neutral zone. Eaton shoots, and a glove save by Traska. 3:38 left to go in the third period. 2-1 our score.
Look at Smith's opportunity as he creates that turnover, and he's got a chance, but it's the back check from Calvin that allows him just to only have really his forehand for the opportunity. I mean, maybe he could have faked the forehand shot and brought it back to his backhand, but with that pressure behind him, I don't think there was going to be a chance that he would have had if he went to his backhand.
Mins throws it over for Allen, who speeds around Zimmerman. Stops and deals up top for Toth. Walks it in, shoots, and a big block from Vesperini. Laid down and slid on the ice. Hooper finds Vesperini. Takes some contact from Toth. Off the glass and out. Heading back for it is Justice. Allen shadowing him. Toth with a chop and a big hit along the wall. Popping right back up to his feet was Joel Fonovic. Didn't look good at first. Hopefully he's okay as he heads back to the bench in some discomfort. Weidman with a steal. Tripped up, good move, and again, can't stay on his blades. Back to the point, Gajewski with a great step up to keep this in the offensive zone. Have to keep our eyes on Aiden Fedema in the next couple of minutes, getting near to the point where they're likely going to take him off for the extra attacker, as he'll start to creep to the top of his crease to our left. This is off the top of the rafters. 2:17 to go here in the third period.
It was looking at the Calvin bench, and they were telling him just to wait a couple more seconds, but be ready, be ready, be ready. That's what I heard at least a couple of times. So I think he might going to get a timeout for Calvin first as we near the 2-minute mark here left in the second.
We'll take a step aside as Calvin looks to draw things up. 2 minutes left to go here in the third period. We'll be right back. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
$60 seconds times 2. 2 minutes left to go here in the third period. 2-1 our score here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth, and boy, this has been a fun one this evening. Bulldogs looking to respond after last weekend's split with Hope College.
And they expected out of that timeout. Looks like we're going to get a goalie pull for Calvin. Saw them trying to draw up a face-off play right away, and that is empty for them.
Here we go, 6-on-5 with 2:17 to go in the third period. Bulldogs trying to find a way to ice it on the empty net. Mott with a slap shot that will get all the way out. Kills some time off the clock. Steven Hicks takes a pass, gives it away for Turin. Mott will shoot for the empty net, a bounce, and it's goaltended down as Smith all by him lonesome. As Turin goes to the corner, looks to break it up. Trying to find backhand to Calloway. Open, shoots, and scores! Glamorous, glamorous, as the Bulldogs ice this one 3-1.
Well, most people think that this is just going to be an easy shot for DeCalloway, but he's got to deal with 4, maybe 5 Knights right in front of him, and he picks the right angle and hammers it home, but that's all because of the zone pressure from Turin and from Smith, because the Knights thought that they were going to have a lot more time even on one man up, but they had no time at all, and it turns into a turnover and an extra goal for the Bulldogs to seal this one off.
Be interested to see maybe if we get a second pull from Aiden Fedema to try and get back within 1, but
especially with the offensive zone draw, but it doesn't seem like he's going to get pulled at all here.
No need to risk it for the goal differential.
Especially with how tight it is up top in the GL6.
And where they are in the rankings, too.
Yeah, that too.
This is airlifted over for Gajewski. He uses his speed to pressure Justice. Bumped off the puck onto his backside. This is over for Reagan. Hicks sending it in front, that one wide. There goes Reagan. Will carry it by himself. 1-on-2, splits the D with the shot. And Benedict deflects it wide. Under a minute to play here at the AIA. Ix over the line. Throws it around the boards. There's going to be a penalty on the play. And I think it's going to go against Calvin.
I think they were taking both.
I think they're just going to take Ix.
I think they're sending them both off the ice. Got 52 seconds left. A 2-minute penalty gives you nothing, so that's what they're decided on. It's going to be matching penalties. Jammer for charging and Ix for roughing. 4-on-4 hockey. We were talking about hoping that there was going to be a call because you think that there's going to be another call after the power play, but instead it's just 4-on-4 straight up. And your wish was not granted, unfortunately for you there, buddy.
Well, both sides got a call, so I mean, I guess it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, but you were hoping for no calls. You're close, 52 seconds away.
It's true. Sure, a lot of this physicality and emotion will boil over to the second game of this series. One more to go tomorrow. As 20 seconds left, there's a shot through traffic. Traska with the save. Pulled it off the line, dumped all the way down the ice. Fedema played with his forehand, and I'm sure Beaker will just look to run out the clock as Schrader turns it over at center ice. Here's Smith. Little time left, slashed away from him. Well, that'll just about do it. 2 seconds and one. Bulldogs win game one of the weekend by a score of 3-1. And an excellent response from last weekend's split.
Yeah, this game was really just back and forth. I mean, anybody could have won it, really, but it's just the overall pressure from the Bulldogs. I think even though they got outshot by 31-30, they had more chances than the Calvin Knights, and they're able to capitalize on them, too. I mean, Calvin had a bunch of opportunities to score, and they're just not able to find the net at all. The Bulldogs taking what Calvin gave them, and a nice little victory for them to start off this weekend.
Adrian College advancing to 24-2 on the year. Not a bad record by any means. And tomorrow, still one more game to go with these Knights across a couple of cities here in Michigan over towards the Grand Rapids area. That game tomorrow evening at Calvin, 7:30 p.m. puck drop. It's certainly going to be a cold one. So if you're traveling to the game, dress warm. If you're watching it from home, stay warmer.
Yeah, sometimes your room can get a little cold, especially here in the dorms. I mean, there's been a couple of times where I'm full sweatpants, sweatshirt because I'm chilly. Might even go to bed with some sweatpants on sometimes too. That's how cold it is here up in Michigan.
Well, a good game overall from the Dogs. 3-1 our final score. Peyton Traska with an excellent day as well. Went 30 for 31 on the evening.
Yeah, he played really well. I mean, his first shot that he saw was one that beat him and went off the post, and that's always scary for a goaltender. Your first shot kind of gets past you, and I would really love the response from him afterwards. He stayed on that puck that whole entire time, and even with those chances, he was there for most of them too. So I think he played great tonight and was another factor on why this Bulldog squad ended up with a W.
Well, they're going to look to carry that momentum and good positivity into tomorrow evening. They've got one more to go, but we'll wrap things up from all of us here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman signing off for the evening. Bulldogs win it 3-1. You've been watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.